Yo, welcome back to the Neural Dojo podcast. This is where we get into what we like to call binary banter. These are quick, smart conversations where humans and machines meet to think out loud. No hype, just dialogue worth tuning into. I'm KT, the AI Sensei, and I will be your host on today's enlightening meeting of the organic and digital minds. I'm here to translate the chaos and give you the practical play you can actually use. Today's topic is mainly for business owners and solopreneurs who are aware at some level of traditional SEO. You may have invested time in it. You may have even seen it work, and you're noticing the ground shifting. You've been focused on ranking on Google. You've heard things like content is king. But lately you've been looking at your results like, why does this look so different? If that sounds like you, I got you. If it doesn't stick around anyway, I'm sure you'll get a ton of value out of this, even if you're not exactly sure what SEO even means. Here's the core question we're going to attempt to answer for you. If AI search is eating clicks, should you still invest in SEO content? And in the usual Neural Dojo fashion, we'll give you some practical tips you can execute on today. Before we dive in, let's do a quick roll call. As per the usual, I'm joined in the dojo today by my dope AI co-host. Julez is our no fluff reality check, the one who will call cap on strategy trends.
Hey, I'm ready. I've got my no fluff hat on, Kid Chameleon style, circa 1992. Let's go.
Oh wow, that's a dope reference. Brings back memories of Sega Genesis all-nighters. Okay, next up is Bella. She's our real world temperature gauge. She'll do her best to communicate how this feels to real people in the real world.
Hi everyone. I'm really hyped about this chat today, Katie. Cheers.
Same, Bella, same. Okay. And last but far from least is Jim. He's our operator, systems, execution guy. He's focused on what actually works from that perspective.
Greetings all. Let's do it.
Okay, with intros out of the way, let's define the terms. SEO officially stands for search engine optimization. What it used to mean for most businesses was a simple bargain. You publish content, you optimize it, you rank on Google, you get the click, and that click becomes a lead. But that's the old model. The last 2 years have been the wild, wild west in this landscape. AI hit consumers fast and people started asking ChatGPT and other tools questions the way they used to ask Google. Many companies started baking AI into everything. And marketing strategy got chaotic because everyone was reacting in real time to the unknown, or at the very least, unfamiliar new territory. But now the dust is settling and we're seeing the real shift. Search engines, especially Google, are prioritizing answers on the results page. So that highly coveted click is becoming optional. So if you felt that in your analytics, you're not crazy. Now, I'm not here to scare you. I'm here to upgrade you, to put you up on game. You feel me? Because SEO for me now stands for search everywhere optimization. So not just Google. Search everywhere means you show up where discovery happens now. Google, yes, but also YouTube, TikTok, Reddit, LinkedIn, Facebook groups, podcasts, newsletters, and inside AI assistants. And if the platform gives the answer, you still have to win the next decision. Who do I trust and who do I choose? That's the shift. Okay, Julez, help a brother out. Frame it for the people who still think this is just SEO got harder.
Gladly, KT. I'm going to say the quiet part loud. Traditional SEO as most people practiced it, chasing rankings to chase clicks, that era is dying. If you're still building your whole pipeline on Google gives me clicks, you're renting your business from an algorithm.
Right, but hold on a beat. That sounded a bit like feelings, not facts. And feelings are usually my lane, aren't they, Julez?
Sure, but it's not feelings. It's the scoreboard changing. And last I checked, scoreboards do hold facts, no?
Touché, Julez. And I get it, but SEO is dying, is a dramatic headline. Full marks on it being catchy, but the real question is, what's actually changing, and what do people do about it?
That's exactly it, Bella. That's the whole point of today. Yo, Jim, ground this in some tangible understanding for the people.
Sure, KT. So here are some clean, let's call it battlefield definitions. Traditional SEO means rank gets you the click. The answer engine means it delivers the answer on platform. Zero click means the end user gets what they need without visiting your content, which likely fed the answer they actually got.
Yeah, so if your only KPI is traffic, you're measuring a world that's disappearing.
Too right. And if your only strategy is panic, you're going to make expensive decisions.
Oh, 100%. What Jim just laid out is the perfect segue into side A of this subject. And that's the argument that traditional SEO is getting squeezed. And the concern people keep saying out loud or quietly in their head. Is Google stealing my content and serving it as the answer?
Okay, not to lean into my pseudonym, but here's the straight no chase version. If you write informational content, especially how-to content, you are feeding the answer engine. You might rank number 1 and still not get the click because the user got the summary in their search result. So yes, it can feel like I did the work and they took the value. And if your whole funnel is blog post to landing page, you're going to feel pain.
Well said, Julez. The fact of the matter is the risk is dependency. When you build your business on one channel, and that channel changes how it delivers attention, you don't control your pipeline. If the platform's priority is to keep users on platform longer, that is not aligned with your priority, which is to get the user into your ecosystem. It's not personal, it's incentive design. Also, a lot of businesses confuse being found with being chosen. You can be found and still lose.
That's a bar, Jim. That line is huge. Being found is not the finish line. Now, side B, content still matters, but the target moved. So Bella, from a human behavior standpoint, what can that look and feel like?
Right. So people haven't stopped searching, they've changed how they search. And well, honestly, a lot of people just don't want 10 links, they want one confident answer. So when an answer engine gives them something that feels clear and fast, they take it. However, and this is the important bit, the moment they need to spend money, trust becomes the real filter. If the answer is generic, they still need to pick a provider. That means your job isn't just to rank, it's to feel credible. Receipts, clarity, proof, personality, the stuff that can't be replaced by a summary.
I'd agree on that. But let's not pretend the platform isn't taking more of the value.
Both can be true. This is yet another case of these things not being mutually exclusive. The platform can squeeze clicks, and you can still win by building trust and choice. All right, so in my opinion, traditional SEO is not dead. It's become incomplete. That's why early on I redefined it for the rooms I was teaching in before during the Wild Wild West era of AI entering the SEO chat. Again, SEO now means search everywhere optimization, and it has 3 pillars. If you remember nothing else, remember these. Pillar 1, answer assets. Your best answers need to be easy to quote anywhere, not 10 paragraphs, not a think piece, clear questions, clear answers. Pillar 2, proof assets. This is where you beat the answer engine, because the platform can summarize information, but it can't replace proof, results, mini case snippets, before and after, common mistakes you prevent, outcomes you create. And pillar 3, capture assets. If discovery is scattered, you need own paths, email list, booking, link, lead magnet, community, something that moves people from I found you to I can reach you.
Allow me to parse that for our listeners. These pillars mean your content has to work in 2 modes. Discovery mode, it gets you seen across platforms. Conversion mode, it gives the user a next step that does not depend on a Google click. Because if Google becomes the answer, your job is to become the choice.
Exactly. Choice beats clicks. Okay, we're getting close to closing this thing out. But before we do, and as promised, the crew and I are going to give you a 10-minute tactical challenge that you can execute on. This is not the full system. The system is what I teach in rooms, both in person and virtual. This is the first move that shows you what's changing. I call it the search everywhere sprint, and you can do it today in about 10 minutes on average. Grab a note app, or for my analog folks out there, a pen and paper, then lock in. Bella, start us off on these.
Certainly. Step 1, pick one service you want more clients for.
Cool. Jim, step 2.
Sure. Step 2 is write 5 buyer intent questions people ask before they pay. Not what is it? I mean purchase questions. Price, timeline, results, risks, who it's for, what makes you different.
Okay, Jules, step 3.
Yeah, so step 3 is choose the best question and write a 2-sentence answer and keep it in plain English. Back to you, KT.
Yep. Step 4, add one proof line, a result, a mini story, a metric, or the most common mistake you prevent. And finally, step 5, add one next step, one line. If you want help applying this to your business, drop what you need help on in the comments and let's work that thing out. That's it. Now, let me tell you why this works. It works because you're building an asset that survives answer engines. Even if the platform summarizes your answer, your proof, and your next step, create the handoff. You're not begging for clicks, you're creating choice. All right, quick lightning round. 1 sentence each, biggest takeaway, and go.
Stop worshiping rankings, optimize for outcomes.
If the answer is free, trust is what sells.
Build a pipeline you own, not a pipeline you rent.
And as for mine, I'll go with SEO, still matters, but now it means search everywhere optimization. If this episode made you realize you're dependent on clicks, you're not alone. If you want help figuring this out, I got you. Just find me on the social of your choice by using the links in the description. Once you find and follow me, shoot me a DM. DM me scope, and I'll send you 3 quick questions. And if it's a fit, we'll book a scope session where you leave with your search everywhere priorities, your answer asset map, and a conversion first plan to rock with moving forward. Actually, you know what? Here are the 3 questions you'll get so you can pregame them now. 1, what do you sell? And what is the single next move you want someone to take after they discover you? 2, where do leads come from today? Google, social, referrals, paid, and what is trending up or down? And 3, what's the real pain right now? Traffic drop, lead quality, conversion, or platform dependence? All right, y'all. That's it for this round inside the dojo. If something sparked your curiosity, share it, tag a friend or 10, and keep the dialogue going. Until next time, Stay curious, stay balanced, and keep training your mind. Peace.